Hello everyone. Welcome to Cloud Computing Beginner Path Workshop. This workshop is conducted by Department of Science, Government First Grade College, Malur, Karnataka. I thank Professor C. Kesava Reddy, Principal, and all the faculty from Science Department of Government First Grade College, Malur, Karnataka. This is Eflin Stephen Raj. I am the resource person for this workshop. If you have any doubts or questions during this workshop, please let me know in the comment section. I will be available to reply all your questions. I designed this workshop for beginners in cloud, so I'm going to teach everything from the scratch. At the end of this workshop, I included an online quiz. The questions will be asked from this workshop. I encourage all of you to attend the quiz to check your understanding. You can find the link to attend the online quiz in the description section. Let me introduce myself. I am Eflin Stephen Raj. I am developing artificial intelligence applications with the help of IBM Watson Technologies, and I do machine learning tasks and data analytics in Python. I'm constantly uploading videos about IBM Cloud Technologies in this YouTube channel. If you want, you can check that as well after this workshop. And I have published 2 blogs about how to store and share data in IBM Cloud and how to build a custom visual recognition model in IBM Cloud. If you want, you can access those 2 blogs in my website. The link is given in the description section. And I am first year Bachelor of Computer Applications student. This is the agenda, guys, for this 1-hour workshop. First, we will start with the introduction to cloud, types of cloud, and cloud services. Then I will introduce you to some of our leading cloud providers in the market. I don't want you guys to get bored by theory, so I included a demo section in this workshop. In this demo, we will be provisioning our very first IBM object storage to store and share our data by providing an URL. Don't worry, guys, I designed this demo for beginners. If you have any queries during this workshop, please let me know in the comment section. I will be answering all your questions. Then finally, we will discuss about career opportunity at cloud. Then we will talk about some of the free online resources to learn all the cloud technologies. Then finally, I will share my experience, how I started my journey in cloud. Guys, don't forget to attend the online quiz at the end of the workshop. Without any delay, let's get started. Now, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing means storing and accessing data and programs over the internet instead of your computer's hardware. Cloud computing involves delivering different types of services over the internet, from software and analytics to secure and safe data storage and networking resources. Everything can be delivered through the cloud. You probably use different cloud-based applications every day. You are benefiting from your cloud solutions every time you send an email, download an image from the web, watching videos on YouTube, or play an online game such as PUBG or Free Fire. All these services are stored in the cloud and exist in some digital space. Storing your data in Google Drive is much different from keeping that data on a desktop or drive. You can access it from just about any computer that has internet access. For business, cloud computing means improved collaboration and production as well as significant cost reduction. It means better data protection, improved availability, and expanded access to cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, augmented reality, and so on. Nowadays, every company is becoming a data company. Take an example, Reliance Industry. They have the data about the share price from 1973 to yesterday. For example, that the data is about 2 billion GB. It is not easy task to store and access this huge data. To solve this problem, cloud technologies came into the picture. You can store all the 2 billion GB data in the cloud. If anyone wants the data, you can simply provide a link. With that link, anyone can access the 2 billion GB data. See how easy it is. That is the power of cloud technologies. Now I hope you guys will be clear with the cloud computing concept. Now let's talk about types of cloud. There are 3 types of cloud: private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. Let's begin with private cloud. A private cloud consists of computing resources used exclusively by one business organization. The private cloud can be physically located at your organization's on-premises data center, or it can be hosted by any other third-party service provider. But in a private cloud, the service and the infrastructure are always maintained on a private network, and the hardware and software are dedicated to a single organization. In this way, a private cloud can make it easier for an organization to customize its resources to meet specific IT requirements. Private clouds are often used by government agencies, financial institutions, any other mid to large size organizations with business critical operations seeking enhanced control over their environment. Some of the advantages of using private clouds are more flexibility, improved security, and high scalability. Now let's move with public cloud. Public clouds are the most common way of deploying cloud computing. The cloud resources like servers and storage are owned and operated by a third-party cloud service provider and delivered over the internet. Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, IBM Cloud, Amazon Web Services are some of the examples for public cloud. With a public cloud, all hardware, software, and other supporting infrastructure is owned and managed by the cloud provider. In a public cloud, you access service and manage your account using a web browser. Public cloud deployments are frequently used to provide web-based email, online application, storage and testing, and development environments. Advantages of using public clouds are lower cost, no maintenance, near unlimited scalability, and high reliability. Finally, hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud combines on-premises infrastructure or private cloud with public cloud. So, organization can reap the advantages of both. In a hybrid cloud, data and application can move between private and public clouds for greater flexibility and more deployments option. For instance, you can use the public cloud for high volume, lower security needs such as web-based email, and the private cloud for sensitive business critical operations like financial reporting. In a hybrid cloud, cloud bursting is also an option. This is when an application or resources runs in the private cloud until there is a spike in demand, such as seasonal event like online shopping or tax filing, at which point the organization can burst through to the public cloud to tap into the additional computing resources. Some advantages of using hybrid clouds are control, flexibility, and cost effectiveness. Types of cloud services. There are three types of cloud services: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Now let's start with infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service is a cloud computing model where virtualized infrastructure is offered to and managed for business by external cloud providers. With infrastructure as a service, companies can outsource for storage, servers, data center space, and cloud networking components connected to the internet, offering similar functionality as that of an on-premises infrastructure. Some examples of the wide usage of infrastructure as a service are automated, policy-driven operations such as backup, recovery, monitoring, clustering, internal networking, website hosting, etc. The service provider is responsible for building the servers and storage, networking, firewall security, and the physical data center. Some key players offering infrastructure as a service are Amazon Cloud, Microsoft Cloud, Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, and so on. Then we will go with my platform as a service. Platform as a service builds on infrastructure as a service. Here, cloud vendors deliver cloud computing resources, both cloud software and hardware infrastructure components like middleware and operating system required to develop and test applications. The platform as a service environment enables cloud users to install and host datasets, development tools, and business analytics applications, apart from building and maintaining necessary hardware. Some key players offering platform as a service are IBM Cloud, Google App Engine from Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Amazon Cloud, and Oracle Cloud, and so on. Then finally, software as a service. Software as a service is a special in that it incorporates both infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. Here, the cloud service provider delivers the entire software suite as a pay-as-you-go model. Software as a service lets user easily access software applications such as emails over the internet. Most common example of software as a service are Microsoft Office 360, App Dynamics, Adobe Creative Cloud, Google G Suite, Zoho, Salesforce, and so on. Now I hope you guys will be clear with what are the types of cloud and what are the types of cloud services. Now we are going to have some quick introduction to some of the leading cloud providers in the market. Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, IBM Cloud, and Amazon Web Services are some of the leading cloud providers in the market. Let's begin with Google Cloud Platform. Go to cloud.google.com. You will land on the home page for Google Cloud Platform. As I said you before, they have solution to solve almost all the business problems, from artificial intelligence to database, from database to storage, from storage to networking, from networking to data analytics. They have solution to solve almost all the problems. These are some of the customers for Google Cloud: Vodafone, PayPal, Twitter, Spotify, Sky Networks, Forbes, Discovery Channel, and LG are some of the customers for Google Cloud. Google Cloud covered almost 200 countries in the world, and they have 70 zones in the world, and they have 140 network edge locations and 23 cloud regions. Now let's have a look at Google Cloud Console. This is Google Cloud Console, guys. Right corner we have a menu bar. From this menu bar we can go to all the Google Cloud services, from compute engine to storage like big data, from networking to artificial intelligence. We can get access to almost all the Google Cloud services. In two ways we can access the Google Cloud services. One is from the menu bar or from the Google Cloud Console, and another way is Google Cloud Shell. In this Google Cloud Shell, we can access the Google Cloud platform in command line. For example, to create a storage in Google Cloud, go to the menu bar, then click on storage, then create bucket. This will create a storage space for you in Google Cloud. In other way, we can create a storage space in Google Cloud by command line in Google Cloud Shell. Back to our slides. Now we are going to have some quick introduction to Microsoft Azure, a cloud service from Microsoft. Go to azure.com. As I said you before, Microsoft Cloud Azure also offers cloud solution to solve all the business problems. They offer solution to solve machine learning tasks, analytics, blockchain, compute, DevOps, database, networking, mobile, mixed reality, and so on. Now we are going to look at some of the customers of Microsoft Azure. Adobe, HP, and 3M, Telenor, BMW. These are the some of customers for Microsoft Azure. Now let's have a look at regions of Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure covered 140 countries in the world, and they have 58 regions across the globe. Back to our slides. Now we are going to have some quick introduction to Amazon Web Services, a cloud solution from Amazon. Go to aws.amazon.com. You will land on the home page of Amazon Web Services. As I said you before, Amazon Cloud also offers solution to solve all the business problem. You can see that Amazon Cloud offers solution to analytics problem, application integration, augmented reality and virtual reality, blockchain, business application, compute engine, containers, database, developer tools, game technology, Internet of Things, machine learn, migration and transformation, media servers, robotics, satellite and storage, and so on. These are some of the customers for Amazon Web Services: Kellogg's, Philips, Times, and so on. Amazon Web Services cover the 24 geographical regions with 76 availability zones. And they announced the plan for 9 more availability zones and 3 more AWS regions in Indonesia, Japan, and Spain. Now we are going to have a look at AWS console. This is Amazon Web Services Management Console. As I said you before, Amazon Cloud is offering cloud solutions to solve all the business problems. From compute engine to blockchain, from blockchain to security, from security to management and governance, from management and governance to storage, from storage to database, from database to media services, from media services to AR and VR, that is augmented reality and virtual reality. Then they are offering also machine learning services, etc. They also offer cloud solution for game development and robotics, so on. Back to our slides. Now we are going to have some quick introduction to IBM Cloud. Remember that we will be working on IBM Cloud to store and share our data. So this introduction to IBM Cloud will be very basic. Go to ibm.com/cloud. You will land on IBM Cloud homepage. Just like other cloud providers in the market, IBM Cloud also offers solution to solve all the business problems, from compute to network storage. IBM Cloud packs management, security, database, analytics, AI, IoT, mobile, developer tools, blockchain, integration, migration, VMware, and so on. Now let's have a look at IBM Cloud regions. IBM Cloud covered 60 data center, 6 regions, and 18 zones across the globe. Later in this video, we will talk about how to learn all the cloud services, that is Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, IBM Cloud, and Amazon Web Services for free. Now we came to the demo section. In this demo, we will create our very first IBM Cloud account. Then we will provision IBM Cloud Object Storage Service to store the data and share the data with others by providing a simple URL. Don't worry guys, I designed this demo for beginners. If you have any questions or doubts during this demo, please let me know in the comment section. I will be answering all your questions. Without any delay, let's jump into IBM Cloud. Go to cloud.ibm.com. Then click on create an account. Then enter the details. After entering all the details, you will get a confirmation email from IBM Cloud. After confirming your email, your IBM Cloud account is ready to use. Now I'm going to log in into my IBM Cloud account. As soon as you logged into IBM Cloud, you will land on IBM Cloud dashboard. This is IBM Cloud dashboard. As I said you before, to store our data in IBM Cloud, we need to provision our IBM Cloud Object Storage Service. To do so, go to the search bar, search for Object Storage, then click on Object Storage. This will take you to the creation page of IBM Cloud Object Storage. Why I'm showing demo in IBM Cloud over other cloud providers in the market? The main advantage of using IBM Cloud is IBM Cloud is offering a free plan for everyone. In this free plan, we can get access to almost all the IBM Cloud services for free forever. But in other cloud providers like Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, and Microsoft Cloud, we will get free access to all the cloud services for 1 year. After 1 year, we have to pay. And even though to create an account, we need to give our payment details, such as credit card details or debit card details to Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Cloud, and Microsoft Cloud. But the case is different in IBM Cloud. We don't have to give our credit card details to create an account. We don't have to pay anything after 1 year. the services are completely free forever. Scroll down. Here you have to enter the name for your IBM Cloud Object Storage Servers. The name can be anything. Then click on Create button. That's it. We successfully provisioned our IBM Cloud Object Storage Servers. Now we are going to store the data in the cloud. To do so, go to the buckets. To store our data in the cloud, we need to use buckets. Bucket is like a local storage system, such as a local disk C, local disk E, etc. So, as I said to you before, to store our data in the cloud, we need to use buckets. So, click on Create Bucket button. Then click on Standard. Then enter the name for your bucket. Remember that your bucket name have to be unique globally. Then scroll down, click on Next. We will upload our data later in this video, so we can skip this process now. Click on Next. Then we can test our data, and that is the out of the scope of this demo. So we can skip this process now. Click on View Bucket Configuration. That's it. We successfully created our bucket. Now we are going to store our data inside our bucket. To do so, go to Objects. Click on Upload. Choose File. Then click on Select File. Then choose the file. Finally, click on Upload. That's it. We successfully uploaded our data to IBM Cloud Object Storage Servers. To share this data with others, we need to enable public access to our bucket. To do so, go to Buckets. Then click on Bucket Action. Then click on Access Policies. Then go to Public Access. Click on Create Access Policy. Finally, click on Enable button. We successfully enable public access to our bucket. Now we can share our data which is inside our bucket. To do so, go to our buckets. Now I am going to share this data with others by providing a simple URL. To do so, click on Object Actions. Click on Public URL. then copy the URL. With this URL, anybody can access the data. What is the difference between simple Google Drive and this IBM Object Storage Servers? In Google Drive, we can share our data with others by providing a simple URL, as we are doing in IBM Cloud. But the difference is, in Google Drive, we cannot embed the data in any other application, website, and so on. But in IBM Cloud, we can embed our data in any other platforms, such as applications and automated services, such as cognitive application and website, and so on. With this, we came to the end of the demo. If you have any doubts or questions in this demo, please let me know in the comment section. I will be answering all your questions. Don't worry guys, if you cannot follow the instruction, this video will be recorded and available to you to watch on demand after this workshop. You can visit this YouTube channel to watch this workshop again. Now we are going to talk about some career opportunities in cloud computing. These are some of the opportunities available in cloud computing: cloud support engineer, cloud engineer, cloud architecture, cloud security specialist, and even if you want to access some cutting edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, blockchain, etc., you can use cloud services for that. There are many career opportunities available at cloud. If you are very good at cloud, you may work directly at cloud providers. The another way, nowadays every company is using cloud technology. Whether they are a tech company or not, at some point they use cloud technology. Take an example, Reliance Industries. They have to store all the share market data, analyze the data, and predict the future price of the share. And finally, they have to take good business decision with the help of the prediction. To do this, cloud technologies came into the picture. All these companies are having a cloud core team or technical team. This team will take care of this task. They will upload the data to the cloud securely, analyze the data, and predict the future price of the share. This team will report to the board members. Then finally, the board members will take the business decision such as increasing raw material, increasing wages, etc. Even if you want to have a website for your company, you have to be familiar with cloud services. You don't have to work at cloud-focused job role to use cloud. All other technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, augmented reality, virtual reality, mobile app development, web app developments are depends on cloud technology. Take an example, your WhatsApp. If you are iPhone user, you will use iPhone version of WhatsApp. If you are Android user, you will use Android version of WhatsApp. Even though it is an app, without cloud technology, you cannot send messages or multimedia file in WhatsApp over the internet. Whatever industry or technology you take, cloud technology is affecting the technology or industry at some point, from agriculture industry to medical industry. For example, now I'm going to show some quick introduction to my application. This is the application. In this application, we will classify images with the help of IBM Watson Visual Recognition Service from IBM Cloud. Let's classify an image. If you want brief introduction to my demo to this application, I already posted a video in this YouTube channel. Please check out that. Now I'm going to classify an image. This is the image that we are going to classify, Taj Mahal. Let's open the application. The application successfully classified the image, and they showed some of the parameters which is associated with the image: Taj Mahal, palace, religious building, memorial, and blue color, with confidence score for each parameter. I built this application within a week. Without cloud technology, that is IBM Watson Visual Recognition Service, it will take almost more than 1 year to build this application. To classify image from animal to facial recognition, such as a face of a Prime Minister of India or President of United States, to classify all types of image, it will take more than 1 year for me to build this application. But with the help of a cloud technology, that is IBM Watson Visual Recognition Service, I built this application in a week. This is how cloud technology will help you to build all the types of technology, such as if you are an app developer, you can build application with the cloud technologies. If you are a web developer, you can host your website with the help of cloud technology. Now back to our slides. Now I'm going to show how to learn all the cloud for free with certifications or badges directly from the cloud providers. Let's begin with QuickLab. QuickLab is a paid platform to learn Google Cloud Platform as well as Amazon Web Services. QuickLabs will give you temporary cloud account to Google Cloud Platform and Amazon Web Services, so you can learn the cloud using the real thing. They will provide you the instruction. We have to perform the task with the provided temporary account. In some lab, they will track your performance, and they will give you points based on your performance in the lab. After getting full points, they will be considering you and your lab performance as successfully completed. As I said you before, QuickLab is a paid platform, but in this lockdown period, Google Cloud is providing a free access to QuickLabs. With that opportunity, we can learn Google Cloud Platform and Amazon Web Services in QuickLabs. I will show you how to get that free access in this workshop. Without any delay, let's go to QuickLab to create your account. Click on the join button. If you already have a Google account, you can simply click on sign in with Google. If you don't have a Google account, you can enter the details and sign in. Now I'm going to sign in with my Google account. This is the home page of QuickLabs. Now I'm going to show you how to get that free access to QuickLabs. Go to this website. This website link is given in the description section. Click on Claim Now button. Enter your detail. Enter your institution name as company name. Enter your email address. Enter your phone number. If you are student, please enter student. If you are student, please select a education as your industry. Then select your country. Then check out QuickLabs. Then click on No. If you want, you can get sign up for news and product updates from Google Cloud. That is up to you. Then finally click on Claim the Offer button. After sometimes you will get an email from Google Cloud. In that email, they will be providing you a link and a code. With open the link, you will be landing on QuickLab, and in that link they will ask you to enter the code. Don't worry, the code is already given in the mail from Google Cloud. Enter the code. After entering the code, you will land on the home page of QuickLab. To get that access, go to the search bar, search for tour of QuickLabs and Google Cloud Platform. Now we are going to perform a lab in Google Cloud Platform. This is entirely free. Click on the tour of QuickLabs and Google Cloud Platform lab. Click on the Start Lab button. Now QuickLab will give you a temporary account to Google Cloud Platform. Click on the Open Google Console button. Enter the credential, that is the username and password. QuickLabs will give you a brand new account to Google Cloud Platform to perform the lab. That's it. We successfully landed on Google Cloud Platform with that temporary Google Cloud account. Scroll down to see the instruction of this lab. In this lab, they will completely give introduction to entire QuickLabs and Google Cloud Platform. So I encourage you to perform this a tour of QuickLabs and Google Cloud Platform lab to get to know about what is QuickLab and Google Cloud Platform. After performing all the tasks, you can click on End Lab button. That's it. We successfully completed a Google Cloud Platform lab in QuickLabs. Now we can close this Google Cloud Platform web page. After performing this lab, you will receive that free access to QuickLabs from Google Cloud. To know about that free access, go to your profile. Then you will be seeing monthly subscription. Click on that monthly subscription. In this page, they will provide the details about the free access to QuickLabs. Back to home page. Now I'm going to perform a lab in Amazon Web Services. As just like Google Cloud Platform, we need to click on Start Lab button, then click on New Subscription. This is paid lab, guys, but as I said you before, Google Cloud will give you a free access after performing the first lab. Please wait. QuickLab is creating the cloud account of Amazon Web Services. In the meantime, we can read the instruction of this lab. To complete this lab successfully, we need to complete 9 tasks. I'm not going to perform this lab now. I'm just want to you guys to know how to get access to AWS Cloud account in Quick Labs. So I'm not going to perform this lab. Please wait. Still, Quick Lab is creating our AWS Cloud account to perform this lab. That's it. Quick Lab has successfully created a brand new AWS Cloud account for us to perform this lab. Just click on Open Console button to open the AWS Cloud account. That's it. We successfully launched our AWS Cloud account in Quick Labs. Now we can perform the task which is mentioned in this lab. As I said you before, I'm not going to perform this lab. I just want you guys to know how to launch AWS Cloud in Quick Labs. So I'm going to sign out from AWS Cloud. Then you can close this window after completing the lab. After completing the lab, you can click on End Lab button. That's it. We successfully launched Google Cloud Platform as well as AWS Cloud in Quick Labs. Now I'm going to show how to receive badges from Quick Labs. Remember that performing a single lab will not let you to receive badges from Quick Labs. To receive badges from Quick Labs, we need to complete Quest. Quest is a combination of some of the labs. For example, I'm going to search Quest for machine learning. I'm going to select machine learning APIs. You can see that it is not lab, it is Quest. Just click on this machine learning API Quest. In this Quest, Qwiklab is asking us to perform 9 labs. After completing all the labs, you will receive this badge. To share this badge with others, go to the home page. Then go to My Learnings. Then you will be seeing that enable public profile. After enabling your public profile, a new button that is view public profile or delete public profile will be visible. Click on view public profile. Then all your badges now will be visible publicly. With this link, anybody can see your achievements in Qwiklabs. That's it. This is the quick introduction to Qwiklabs. Back to our slides. Now let's start exploring Microsoft Learn. Remember that except Qwiklabs, all the learning resources which is mentioned in this workshop are completely free. So we don't cover Microsoft Learning and Cognitive Class from IBM in detail. If you have any doubts or questions, let me know in the comment section. I will be answering all your questions. Let's jump into Microsoft Learn. Go to this website. This website link is given in the description section. After landing on this website, sign in with your Microsoft account. If you don't have Microsoft account, you can create a new one. That is not a problem. After signing into Microsoft Learn, you can start learning all the technology. Just click on the favorite technology, then start learning. That's it. Back to our slides. Now we are going to explore CognitiveClass.ai from IBM. To address the skill shortage in emerging technologies, including data science, artificial intelligence, big data, cloud computing, and blockchain, IBM launched a free online learning resources. Go to CognitiveClass.ai. The link is given in the description section. Click on login. They will give you free certificate and badges after completing the course successfully directly from IBM. You will receive the badges and certificates directly from the IBM. They offer course for big data. Now we came to the login page of Cognitive Class. If you have an IBM ID, don't worry. When you create a IBM Cloud account, you will get your IBM ID. If you have your IBM ID, you can simply log in into IBM ID. or else if you look at have Facebook, GitHub, LinkedIn, Google, or Yahoo, you can log in with that social media account as well. That's it. We covered all the online resources to learn IBM Cloud, Google Cloud, AWS Cloud, and Microsoft Cloud. Now I'm going to share my experience, how I started my journey in cloud technology. When I started learning new technology, I was not interested in learning cloud technology. I was interested in learning artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. To learn machine learning, I went to cognitiveclass.ai. Then I received some of good certificates and badges from IBM. Then I realized I should learn cloud technology because cloud is affecting all the other technology as well as all the industry, from agriculture industry to cinema industry. The best example of cloud in cinema industry is Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Hotstar. In this lockdown period, all the new movies are streaming on these online streaming platform. How crazy the situation is. Publishing the new movies on the internet is illegal. But nowadays, most of the new movies are streaming on this streaming online streaming platform before releasing in the theater. So I started learning cloud with the help of Quick Labs. Then I started developing applications with cloud technology. As I said to you before, in that application, we can classify any image from animal to human face, from human face to building structure, from building structure to human organs, etc. With cloud technology, I built this application in less than 100 lines of code in a week. But without cloud, it will take more than a year and 1,000 lines of code to build the application. This is the power of cloud technology. Now I'm developing another application with the IBM Cloud. I will upload a YouTube video in this YouTube channel once the application is developed. So if you want that video, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. Now we came to the end of this workshop. Don't forget to attend the online quiz. The link is given in the description section to attend the online quiz. Now this is the time to say thanks. Thanks all the faculties from Department of Science, Government First Grade College, Malur, Karnataka, and Professor C. Keshava Reddy, Principal of Government First Grade College, Malur, Karnataka, for organizing this workshop and giving me this opportunity to be the resource person for this workshop. If you have any doubts about cloud technology or online learning platform or any other concept, please let me know in the comment section. I will be available to reply all your questions. Thanks for attending this workshop. Thanks for being with us for 1 hour during this lockdown period. Have a wonderful journey in cloud. Don't forget to attend the online quiz. The link is given in the description section. If you want to contact me, all the social media links are given in the description section. You can contact me at any social media. Again, thanks for being with us.